Go live.
We're live.
Right
We're
click.
live. Boom. There we go. Wow. So
And I'm
Victor has a
turning-
good microphone. He has the same microphone that I. After all these years, we have the same, not compensating for anything microphone.
Yes. This doesn't mean anything. Please do not read.
He's got the golden one. I got a black one, but they're the same size.
I'm not gonna read anything into that either.
Hey,
But,
it is what it is.
So welcome everyone. We got a big crowd tonight. Well, for us, for this channel. You know, I gotta point out the obvious. We are
Please.
not in the Jvlogging community anymore.
We're not in the Jvlogging community
No,
anymore.
I mean I thought we were, but it looks like I'm looking around and people talking about the Jvlogging community, and it's all these other people I've never heard of.
Well, that's definitely. I've discovered a whole bunch of channels that
No
I
one
never
mentioned
knew,
me
nor
at
really
all.
cared that they existed. So yeah, it's kind of good to see a community exist. I thought there wasn't a community anymore, but it turns out there is.
Yeah.
They just don't care about us.
Yeah, apparently I don't think anyone even remembers us. We're like black and white actors, you know, like who are big shot partners in a Johnny Cash movie.
I beg to you, Clark Gable. I'm the Clark Gable. You can be who you want.
I'll be who can I be? I'll be what's that guy? I can't remember. Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart. That's a good one. I mean,
Like-
you know, probably they were probably racist. You know, those people.
Oh!
It was a simpler time.
Big Lutz is here. Big Lutz from Sora.
BJJ glutes from Sora. Yes, we've started.
We have wasted so much water this week. We have to admit.
Well, I've been pretty thirsty. I think. Listen. I'm making up for it right now, and I'm going to keep making videos.
Got water too.
BJJ glutes saying that we started this right. Yeah, it's been really fun making South Park animation videos where. I made a video where it was me and Gimmeabreakman doing the graffiti to start with that triggered this whole thing, and then secretly high-fiving afterwards that we caused all this drama.
Let me. I want to show. Let's start off. People are still trickling in, so let's start off slow with showing some of those videos that we made.
Yeah, tons of people watching, by the way. Dan is saying I'm now I'm a weekly. Check it out. I'm not weekly. I'm a weekly news vlogger, not a news host. Not a vlog. I'm glad you think that I'm an elevated form of presentation like that, but yeah.
Oh, Big Lutz made you Dan, someone called you a news host.
Yeah, you said
So
I'm a
let me
news host.
I'm going to share. How to share a video file? Let me see. I don't do this. We don't do this that often, so please excuse me if I'm a little rusty here. I'm going to show you guys some funny stupid
video clips
here in a minute. Here we go. Movies. Oh no, it would be in my download folder. Let's see. Oh no. It's on my desktop. Okay, hold on. I moved everything around.
The grandpa verbal computer navigation.
Let's here we go. Okay. Where are we? Oh, where? Maybe I didn't save them here. Well, fuck. Well, you know they're online. On Simon Hikosaemon. Let me pull down the first one he did, which was really funny. Did you? Yeah, and you put that one up, right?
Yeah, it's all on Sora.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, we've been
Here we go.
putting all of that electricity and water to excellent use. I've actually been using it for legitimate stuff, but I couldn't. Of course, I couldn't help myself. If you
Give this wall some love, man.
to invent.
There you go.
Tokyo, prepare for greatness.
Boom! The letter B is crisp. Yes. So that's the first one. As you can see, how come?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, why are you a South Park character and I'm
I
more
just decided that you had to be real life. I said make us both South Park, but Sora just wasn't having it,
It doesn't
and
work.
I didn't want to waste any more water.
But yeah, I gotta say,
Maybe you already look like a South Park character to Sora. That's probably the problem.
Yeah, I gotta tell you guys that. Let me start off. I did make a video, which will inspire some conversation.
Yeah.
And here's the let me show you what I got here. Video file. Do I just drop it in here? Okay, hold on.
Let me show you what I got.
I got all this together, so this is not going to happen every time. Just this one time. Okay, I'm just going to pause.
Keanu also had
usually happens.
massive beef with Chris Broad. I thought.
Okay, so let's start off with this guy.
I saw this
worst.
guy briefly. I
He's
thought
the
he's a
worst.
dick. Yeah.
He's a dick. This is hiding in my room. But I gotta tell you something.
Oh,
This
makes me not want to be in the community anymore. Yes.
This is Daniel hiding in my room, who started off pretty admirable. I admired him in the beginning because he was truly an honest Jvlogger, as in he would tell you everything honestly, how he had no money and he was poor and he was trying to hit him grow.
Some things are best left unsaid, but yes.
Yeah, but he went overboard. Like he would talk about his how he would. There were just some things you didn't want to hear.
I'm remembering the episode you told me that you don't need to say, but yeah.
Yeah, there's just some things you don't
too
need
much.
But to his credit, he's believable.
Yeah.
Even though he will only lie to you if he wants to get in your pants, apparently. So he's kind of a reputable source, right?
Reputable source. There we go. Yeah.
So let me show you what he said. These are
By the way, Victor, you've selected a comment that's just staying there, obscuring.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, she did edit extra graffiti, which I thought was. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see.
Okay. Would you see a comment now? I don't see any comment. Is it
No,
gone?
it's gone now. It's gone.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start into these are little things I've done. They're very short clips.
Yeah.
Tons of short clips.
I
We're gonna
saw
start
him
with the
commenting. He seemed mostly upset with he said, "Well, Chris was a dick to me, and so I've always hated the guy, and that's it." And he didn't even wasn't even relevant. For the most part.
You'll see. Well, you didn't. I actually what? So
I didn't watch the whole thing.
I did so much research for this. What a waste of time. I watched it basically.
Think of the water, Victor. Think of the water.
80 or 90% of all the videos made on this topic I have seen. Okay, so let's look at this one.
Well, I would chime in with my very important opinion. Yeah, and by the way, I'm on her side because Chris is a massive dick and he always gets all territorial over YouTube, especially other Japan content YouTubers. Like he thinks he's the big shit and he can tell other people what to do just because he's got a bigger platform and he's got this holier than thou. I'm so morally righteous, right all the time, and the stupid fan base always just suck up to him as if he's right about every single damn thing. When he's not. He's an idiot.
Wow, that was you playing him, playing her. That was meta for a moment, but yeah.
So he's British, which is I think interesting and relevant, just because he gives not all Brits like each other. But
it never even occurred to me.
This is the worst possible
worst possible take
opinion on this whole thing, right? But we're gonna get rid of him out of the way because it'll change. We're gonna go back and forth, but I want to show you.
Abroad in Japan has never told me to do anything, he doesn't make videos claiming to be better than anyone.
Yeah, just because he doesn't have a hat like this.
No.
Obviously,
it's a very American way of doing things. Yeah, Americans, you guys love kings.
Yes. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah. There we go. King of the morons. King of Japan. The original king of Japan been dethroned. Nobody even knows who I am anymore, but that's okay. I'm okay.
I think I saw that part and I thought, geez, what a terrible take.
Well, there's a little bit more. There's a few more takes. There's only 3 or 4 takes, but they're very short.
I met him last year. I walked past him. He didn't
This is the creepy part, okay? So he says, I met him last year, okay? Check this out.
even notice. I walked behind him when his back was turned.
So he basically stalked him. One day he apparently ran into Chris Broad somewhere, and he just walked behind him in a creepy way. I just had to throw that in. Now this is the other part. This is the important part. Here we go.
Yeah, let me read the post. Sensationalist Japan content is getting out of hand. That's kind of rich coming from Chris, considering that all his content is sensationalism as well.
I heard this part.
So yeah,
you sent this to me. Yeah.
What do you think?
No.
Is that fair? Is that fair?
No. I mean, no. No, it's not. I mean, he makes travel videos more or less and documentaries. Are they sensationalist? They're interesting. They're funny. They're entertaining. Sensationalist?
Well, what would you say about the titles that say like 12 things not to do in Japan and the worst foreigner in Japan and
I would say bog standard, boring. That's exactly what everybody puts on everything. That's what I put on my videos. That's what
it is.
Yeah, within the world of YouTubers, what counts as sensationalist among YouTubers is not Chris. No. I'm trying to think what you could criticize him for, but certainly. And then, the fact that he raises that as I don't think it's hypocritical to say that someone else is being sensationalist.
But this came up.
That's not his brand.
In quite a few of the videos that I watched, 3 or 4 people said, "Oh, he's sensationalist too." But what's the difference between sensationalist and clickbait?
Yeah, Well,
because even in his video,
some people might think of that the same way, but everybody wants to make a catchy title. I got criticized the other week for
this title that we did today. Look at my thumbnail; it's a great thumbnail.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Jvloggers are actually exploding. Like, I don't think there's been any spontaneous combustions recorded about this. I don't think anyone was even close to that. I think you're just wildly inaccurate and just sensationalizing this whole thing. I actually, when I tweeted about this, I said I'm going to take you to task for how sensationalist you're being with this video title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, that's par for the course. You know, I got criticized on Twitter the other week for using a title for the news, saying that there was chaos with the appointment of the new prime minister, which there was, if you ask me. But he said I was being dramatic, and I'm like,
for a few days, I didn't know no one knew if she would actually become prime minister.
Yeah. So, you know, no, of course, you do want people to watch your stuff, but you don't, so long as it's accurate. No, he's not sensationalist.
We have a good comment from Max Wren, who says, abroad in Japan is the opposite of sensationalist content. His title is clickbait, but the content is not sensationalist. Okay, that's a fair argument. You can say his thumbnails.
Yeah. Even clickbait. Like, clickbait is kind of implies bait and switch, right? It implies that, you know, you're drawing people into something that's not backed up. Whereas his content, the reason I subscribe and actually watch his videos are because his content backs up what he advertises, frankly. You know, so that's just a, like, what the hell? I don't know. You must be talking about a different Chris Broad is my take on this.
Okay. Well, I actually cannot speak from any experience. I found Chris Broad. I think I was one of the first to promote him back in 8 years ago, and we had him. I don't think you were on that. It was just me.
I think it was longer than 8 years ago.
Yeah. It was 8 years ago. I checked today. 8 years ago. I thought it was.
He was on 2.5 Oyajis, wasn't he? One time, Charlotte was on.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was. But I did a one-on-one with him, and we both wear top hats. And that was, I think, 8 years ago.
Unrested was talking about how you went down there with him to Osaka or something, and you all met together.
We went down there. We didn't go down there together. We both went at the same time, but we didn't like hold hands down there. But we met down there. Yeah. We had.
There's wrong with anything wrong with that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm not going to pretend to know him, but what do you call it?
Well, you discovered him, basically, though. You're taking entire credit for Chris Broad's entire career.
Yeah.
And he would be nothing if it weren't for...
No, he would have been big anyway. But he's... At that time, he was small, much smaller than all of us. And I found him, and I thought he was really good. And I promoted him, and he became big. And after he got big, I kind of let go, and I just stopped watching him because I thought, he's fine. He doesn't need our help.
If you love them, you must set them free.
No, that's the way I am. I almost... I'm always that way. That's my MO. I watch somebody, they get good, and then I kind of think, okay, I'll go find some other smaller people. I like finding the small YouTubers and kind of
Mother duck.
And we're gonna find some of those today. I got some. This guy's actually big now. He's actually he's got a couple channels over both.
This guy?
Yeah, he's huge.
Good for him.
And I think the last I heard, he's got an OF.
An OF? Oyaji fuck?
You know.
What is OF? OnlyFans.
Come on, man! You don't know OF?
It didn't come to me as you said it. I don't use it in everyday conversation. Maybe if I saw it written down. He has an OnlyFans.
You know what?
I'm going to be sure to go out and not look that up immediately. But if you want to know, I guess there we go. Wow. So, maybe I should be doing an OnlyFans. Maybe I'm the one who's mistaken here.
You know what? Any adult with genitals, even if they don't work, will probably do OnlyFans, and you make some money. Apparently, you make quite a bit of money. Luckily,
good to know.
I prefer asking my wife to get a part-time job, which is what happened last week. So. Anyway, let's watch a little bit more, and then we're gonna go on to the next guy.
Because he also does stuff like, oh, these people are ruining Japan. This thing is ruined. He also does sensationalist content, doesn't he?
As a millionaire is telling me,
damn, she made $1,500 from that video.
Oh, okay.
I asked him to take it down. It's still up.
Now, this part's important. Now, let me pause for a minute. He goes, he made 1,000. She said she only made 1,500 from that video. Only.
Yeah.
I think these big YouTubers now they don't understand that that's an incredible amount of money to most of us.
I definitely
for YouTube video.
Yeah. I mean, you know, for you know, her criticizing him as a big channel punching down while she makes a measly $1,500. I definitely feel at the bottom of the totem pole listening to that conversation. You know, I'm like, wow, $1,500 up there and complaining about being a small channel being beaten up on. But yeah, but good for her. Good for her.
Oh yeah, I am not against other people making funny money. But I was thinking about that, and I wanted to give these people here in our chat a little information. So her video made 400,000 views. Okay.
Yeah.
So I happen to have a video here that happens to be the only video I have on my Gimmeabreakman channel that has about that number. Is the Rachel versus Canada Jean and June. Canada Jean 3 plus Rachel Sun. Canada Jean Sun, Rachel and June.
I remember that
video.
One. Yeah.
That video, just to give you guys some, that video made 37 cents this month.
Still this month.
This month, 37 cents.
Yeah.
So since uploading, that video has made. Hold on, it's up to $870.
Yeah.
So it's got the same views as her channel. Yeah. So that's pretty good money.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Bit of drama? Yeah.
Yeah. So drama makes some money. Okay. But this next part is very important, I think.
Very important. Okay.
Sensationalism as well.
Here we go.
Because he also does stuff like, oh, these people are ruining Japan.
Right after this.
This thing is ruined. He also does sensationalist content, doesn't he?
As a millionaire's telling me I'm
Damn,
making
she
too
made
much money.
$1,500 from that video.
I asked him to take it down. It's still out. The video that I did.
Yeah, it's funny because when I made a video about Chris Broad, straight away he messaged me asking me to take the video down because he didn't like what I said about him. So I obliged because I wanted to be friendly with him because I was trying to be a big YouTuber at the time. And then he blew me off. He said we can go get some drinks, greatly appreciated. And then he came to Osaka and then he never hit me up for drinks because he's a liar. So he doesn't like it when other people make videos about him and he asks them to take it down. But then if he says something about you and you ask him to take it down, he's like, oh, it's just my opinion.
So I think if that's true, and of course I tend to believe this guy on this case, but what do you think, no? I see you shaking your head.
I don't know. I know nothing about this guy, for one thing. Like, okay, let's say that he
has no morals when it comes to women. He has no morals at all. But he'll tell you everything about his life.
Yeah, let's take him at his word. So Chris is the sort of, I don't know what his video was about, but okay.
It could have been. Chris did actually. That's the thing. We don't know what was in it.
But how long ago are we talking here as well, right?
Years.
Like, what? Yeah. A long time ago, I think. Yeah. So, okay, Chris asked him to take down a video and he did it. Whereas I think, which Chris did point out in his video, he made a point of saying that, that she responded asking him to take down to delete the criticism because, you know, of this. And he said, I should be able to speak my opinion out in the open. Well, partly, but there again, I mean, he's allowed to have an opinion and to push back. Like his video explaining it a bit after that, he felt like it was really important to say. I don't think it was that important to say, honestly. But you know, it wasn't. And again, I don't know what sort of video we're talking about with this guy. But yeah, he did make a point of criticizing her for asking him to take down a post. And so yeah, there's some hypocrisy if Chris has done the same with Daniel. But there again, I don't know what the other one was talking about.
It could be apples and oranges. It's hard to tell.
Like, for example, if it was personal information, if it was something that Chris came and he had this girlfriend and it was so-and-so and Chris wanted to keep that private, that'd be perfectly reasonable and a different context, for example, to ask hey, could you keep that private, please? As opposed to, you know, Chris expressing an opinion and her saying, can you please not express your opinion about my type of content? So, I don't know, it does sound hypocritical, but I could also see how Chris could legitimately ask him, you know, to not make some info public.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Again, we don't know. Yeah. But
I kind of find it hard to be on this guy's side.
Yeah, no, I don't like this guy. That's why I'm presenting him. I don't like this guy. In fact, he made some ridiculous videos, and I made a video about him saying, "Dude, you gotta shut up. You're revealing way too much, and nobody wants to hear about it." And he made some response video, and this is when I knew that I was beyond drama, because he made a response video and I didn't even watch it. And I felt quite proud of myself.
That
I didn't bother watching it because everybody messaged me, you got to watch the video, you got to watch it. I'm like, no, I didn't give a shit what he said. That's what I think about this guy. He's weird. Okay. He's a sad person. Yeah.
Good to
Anyway,
know. So
yeah.
first guy, the community is back, and he is sad, and we don't want to watch him.
Right. And actually,
the conclusion.
I glanced at his channel. I think he's gone back to England or somewhere. He's not in Japan anymore. One of his channels said, one of his videos like, "Why I'm done with Japan, I'm never coming back." Anyway, let's go on.
One of
Almost
his
done.
favorite
that video at
YouTubers
some
is
point.
literally bald and huge.
This is important because 3 other people mentioned this, including her,
Okay.
including well, she's mentioning it right now. Bald and
Oriental
bankrupt.
Pearl.
Yeah, she mentions it, and a couple other guys mentioned it too.
I like how. Is it really one of his favorite YouTubers? Isn't Bold and Bankrupt like a massive sex tourist who just goes to
He's
poor
like the
country?
Russian guy, right?
He's the same. I've
his
seen him
channel.
before. He's kind of a
He's like-
scumbag.
Living in Russia, or he's from Russia. There's something to do with Russia with him, right? Like he travels around like Eastern European countries, like doing travel videos, which were kind of, I've seen 1 or 2 like years ago.
Yeah. So, but if that's true, then it becomes then Daniel's next point is important.
Is to get women to sleep with.
Who's also
It's all
inspired
been
my
documented
channel,
on the
goes around
dossier.
with a similar camera to a
Not a
GoPro,
good look, Chris.
Films interactions with people, goes to places you would never
Bangs
see.
women from every
even here in
village.
Japan, and Chris has helped him. Viewers
Imagine
have
if she
seen
did a podcast with him and they just argue. That'd be funny.
it.
I'm for that. So we're done with him. So it would be great to
Thank
see a
you.
podcast with those two, though. I would love to see Oriental.
No, well, yes, but in the same way, it's like watching. No, I don't know.
What was it? Okay, here's
Yes, but
someone.
no.
Here's
Yeah,
someone.
I know
new.
this guy. Yeah.
Oh, you know. So I've never.
Yeah,
seen
I
him
subscribe
before.
to him.
So this is what I'm so happy about. No, I'm really
Yes.
happy about this. Let me see
Yeah.
if I
He's a good YouTuber. You should promote him.
I subscribe. And
Take off the comment just for a moment. Mehdi asking why would Dan lie, because you want people to see the channel that he's from, right? Like he's got a title bar
I'm
on
trying
his
to
video, which you're covering up.
find that comment that Daniel, Maddie said. Where's
Just
Maddie's?
click on any comment and it'll make it disappear. But yeah, if you're always covering
Oh.
up the bottom, sometimes it'll have the channel info.
There we go.
Yeah,
No, it
okay.
doesn't. Have it. But this channel name is called. Oh, I wrote it down. I gotta hold on. It's called
Traveler something? No.
Weekly Fascination.
Weekly Fascination. Yeah.
Weekly Fascination. So this is Weekly
Yeah.
Fascination,
He does
and
good
he's
vlogs.
good. He's an
He
old guy
is.
like us, like me. I won't put you in the same category. Hiko, you're like 10 years younger than me. I forget. Anyway, but he's he basically he's a lawyer. He had a good long laundry type video, the kind I do, just talk, for
Yeah.
40 minutes or so.
He does
But
walking and talking videos. Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't really shed much light on this whole drama, but he did say something that I thought everyone should know, and he talks about stamina, about diligent, not diligent. What's the word? Dedication? No. What's it called when? Hold on, maybe he says it. Hold on.
Who's also
It's all
inspired
been
my
documented
channel.
on the
Any winners in this?
Here we go.
with him and they just argue. That'd be funny.
So
As far as the controversy, I don't see any winners in this. And like I said, even if you're hurt, you still do it. Even if you're tired, you still do it. Even if you don't want to, you still do it. Now, I take this into my YouTube channel.
Whenever there's any kind
that's the only thing but I think it was a small point. His whole video was good. It was good. It was a good listen. But that one point, persistence. It wasn't persistence. It was dedication. What is dedication? What is dedication?
Determination. Jane's suggesting determination.
One of those words. But anyway, what he was saying is the true determination, true dedication is doing it even when you're tired. And I thought about that, because I heard it from another guy the other day, like being dedicated doesn't mean waking up early at 5 a.m, which is what I do. It means hanging in there when you're tired at 4 p.m. when you're sleepy.
Yeah.
Going to the
That is
gym.
advice.
Yeah.
Nobody really asks me for advice anymore, but when I still give it for this or anything else,
Discipline.
I-
Discipline. Thank you. God damn. How can I not think of that?
discipline is also true. But I always tell people when
I
they're
think that's what
planning,
it is.
when they plan a YouTube channel, when people are planning a YouTube channel, I always tell people the way that people burn out so many great channels that just made like 5 videos and you promoted them and then they burned out. It's because anyone can make a great YouTube video, but you mustn't make great YouTube videos. You must make the best YouTube videos that you can make when you are least motivated, that you can sustain. That's kind of the way you got to pace yourself. You have to figure out, and this is what happens. People kill themselves by overloading themselves too early on. And so, what he's talking about is very true. It's that idea of, and Chris Broad is amazing because he makes the sort of videos that people make 1 or 2 and you never see them again because, you know, they destroy themselves, and he's been making them for 10 years and they're still amazing quality and improving. So absolutely.
Coinbird says, I think they're just saying that they don't like Pearl. We haven't said anything against Pearl yet. That's coming. Anyway,
yeah.
This is John Dobb from what's the channel called? Oldie in Japan.
Oldie in Japan. I don't know this one.
Oh, no, you do. Only in Japan.
Only in Japan. He's got his eyes closed. Maybe
huge
that's the problem.
Channel. This one. This is the channel. I'll put it right here. No, first time.
I don't know.
This guy's
Only
huge.
in Japan Go.
He used to be. Yeah. Well, this is his channel name. Anyway,
well, I know Weekly Fascination, and you didn't know him, so you know.
That's true. That's true. But this guy's much bigger. Weekly Fascination is quite a bit small. Anyway, this is John Dobb. He's great. He does it Only in Japan vlogs. I used to be in this group chat with him a long time ago. We never really.
Yeah, I don't know this channel.
Okay, well, he used to be, him and apparently Brought in Japan were neck and neck for a long time, and then Brought in Japan blew up and passed them by. But this is his opinion, which I completely disagree on.
They just argue, that'd be funny.
Oh, I keep going
as far as the controversy,
Sorry.
I don't see
no more
any winners in this. And like I said, even if you're hurt, you still do
How to
it.
control this? Hold on.
Even if you're tired, you still do it. Even if you don't want to, you still do it. Now, I take this into my YouTube channel.
Whenever there's any kind of drama like this, where there's two quite large creators going after one another, it's not good for Japan, it's not good for the community, it's not good for your channel, it's not good for anybody's channel, really.
Well, personally, I do not follow either Chris Abroad or Oriental Pearl.
Hold on, how do I accept it? Okay, there. So, he says it's not good for any channel. I disagree. I think it's been great. I think thanks to this drama, I found all these other YouTubers that I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I haven't watched Abroad in Japan for 8 years because he was doing fine. I kind of felt like he didn't need any more support from me, and I was just spending my time other places. Nothing against him. It wasn't that I disliked him. I never disliked him, but and I did watch him. I didn't watch him, right?
This guy.
But I have Did I win? And I never watched Oriental. Oh, by the way, let's talk about that. Let's pause for a second. What is your history with Oriental Pearl?
My history with Oriental. Let me tell you about my history with Oriental Pearl.
You both are white people from
white,
colonizing countries.
Larger than average noses, living in Tokyo. Formerly blonde back in the day. I had hair like hers. So no, I'm aware that she exists, but I've got honestly just because her videos. Yeah, her videos show what I see walking to work every day. You know, so and you know it's impressive that she knows Chinese and Korean.
Yeah.
Look, she's got 1.5 million subscribers. So does she need my subscription? And do I need to give up my time for her videos? Like, do they give me something I'm missing? Not really. So it's not that I have anything against her. It's just I haven't ever really been interested. I've been aware her channel's big enough that her videos periodically are in my recommended feed.
Right.
So I think I've seen recommendations of her videos, and maybe I've looked at them briefly and just thought, I'll go back to watching my science stuff and my history stuff. I like watching global sort of educational stuff, honestly.
Right.
So no, I was aware that she exists and didn't have any opinion of her whatsoever. When this came up,
did you know her name?
I knew her name, and I thought the name honestly sounds a bit of a troll type name. Like Oriental has a lot of connotations that, and it's a bit self-aggrandizing and racist at the same time. I don't know exactly how you put all those things together in a name.
That was my initial impression, but then I did a little research, and apparently she just named herself after that building in China. I don't know where that building is. There's apparently a tower called Oriental. There's a tower somewhere, a building called Oriental Pearl.
There you go.
She called her, and she was working in China, so she called herself.
I think it sounds like Tokyo Rose a little bit. It sounds like the World War II propaganda.
Right. No, I completely agree with you that the impression is that way. But I'm just saying that maybe the reason she named herself isn't just that she's an idiot. I mean, it's a stupid name. Nowadays,
my first paying directed attention to her came from Chris talking about her, and I expected I would be behind Chris 100%. And it surprised me when I watched her video that I did not find it as offensive as I was hoping I would. I actually found her to be quite boringly normal and fine, and I'm like, well, I don't see the big deal. Was my initial reaction to her.
And for you guys watching, you got to remember that since we live in Japan, it's not really very interesting for us to watch other people doing the same thing that we do every day. So
it's literally like watching
we don't really
people mow their lawns and take a shit. Seriously, yeah.
I mean, occasionally you find, if it's funny, like remember Japan Archist?
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was funny. I mean, it wasn't.
Back in those days, I watched even channels that I didn't find that interesting because there was a community and we all actually supported each other and we would all comment on each other's videos and it was wonderful. And that kind of disappeared. So now I'll only watch Japan channels that are sufficient quality, honestly. And Chris Broad is one of those channels.
Well, it's the other one. That's amazing. His quality is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. The other one is the other one I'm trying to remember. Currently, Hannah is the other Japan travel channel. Her and Chris Broad are amazing. And currently Hannah, her and Chris Broad make equal level Japan travel vids that make me want to book trips to where they go.
What's her name?
Currently Hannah.
Okay.
She's Australian and she makes videos kind of different to not Chris's style, but on the same quality level that I watch her, just because the same way I watch travel shows from overseas. Like she's amazing.
Right. Okay.
Those two make content that I watch because they're good. But yeah, it's the stuff which shows me stuff that I don't know about Japan, which is I've been here 26 years, so it's pretty hard to do that. Like you're not going to do that taking pictures of, dog crap in Shibuya. Yeah. So, I'm not going to. So
there's a lot of money to be made in dog crap.
Apparently there is. I just went and bought a GoPro. Yeah. I didn't get a GoPro. I do have this. So yeah, my career is about to take off.
Was that a GoPro? Oh, you got that.
It's not.
Oh,
it's
the Insta. The new Insta. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Wow, that's nice. Hey, so but I got to disagree with John Dobb. He's a very respected. Not as old as us, but he's been around a while. He's got a pretty big channel, 102, 200. I don't know how many subs, but anyway, he's pretty big. But I got to disagree because thanks to him, I found the next person, which I love her energy, and her name is. Hold on, Tori in.
Tori in a room?
That looks weird. Tori.
Well, I saw it briefly. I don't know who this person is, but I'm excited.
This is weird. Tori in Japan.
Tori in Japan.
Yeah, but her name for some reason is Tori.
She got that name before all the other Tories in Japan.
But this is her. This is her weird. Okay. If you look her up on YouTube, it's Tori H Tail. But Tori in Japan is also. Anyway, this is her. And she got some cute. I like her energy. She just broke. Thanks to this.
She got some cute.
Thanks to this. No, she's young. She's small. She's only been in Japan 1 year, and she just broke 1,000 subs. So congrats to her. Right. You got to remember when you got Do you remember when you got your first 1,000 subs, man?
I do, and I remember when you and I used to make videos congratulating people hitting their first 1,000 subs, and it was lovely. I mean, you want to support them even when you found their videos like terrible and boring. Those were good times.
She's just talking to the camera, but I'll show you. She's got a job apparently, and she works 9 to 5 at some company. Hold on, here we go.
Community, it's not good for your channel. It's not good for anybody's channel, really.
Well, personally.
Oh, by the way, it was very good for Chris's channel.
Really? Does his channel need the
3 million views in 1 day is so much money.
Wow! And you know what? He could have made that video with a GoPro as well.
Yeah, he can buy 100 GoPros with that. No,
in fact, you know what? He's kind of making it. If you think about it, I didn't know that, but if you think about that, he's making his own point. The whole point that he was making, that it takes me weeks and this production crew and this planning and all this effort to make this video to get 3 million views, and she can just go and get 3 million views so easily. He sits down, literally taking a shit on a cam, and he gets 3 million views. He's kind of become his own destroyer. But anyway, that's kind of funny. Yeah, let's listen to Tori.
So this is Tori. She's new. Let me turn this. This on. I don't know anything about her. I saw her for the first time, and I liked her energy. I think she says "fuck" quite a few times. So I thought it was pretty fun. I like it when people feel comfortable enough to say "fuck." So here we go.
I do not follow either Chris Abroad or Oriental Pearl. I do not have skin in this game. I have some problems with some of the things that I've seen from Chris Abroad. He kind of seems a little mean, and Oriental Pearl definitely seems like rage bait. Even though she's been here for quite a while, still hasn't been here, for 10 plus years. And 10 plus years ago, if you'd been there, you'd know that all the shit that she complains about in her latest video that got 400,000 views has been there the whole time.
Okay, so that's something a lot of people criticize her for.
Yeah.
And I would say that's not really something you can call malicious. Maybe just ignorant, maybe she just didn't know, because she lives in that neighborhood and that's what she has seen with her own eyes.
Yeah,
so
she said on the video.
No.
She said on the video, she explained when she made that video, this isn't my normal video, but I walk past this every day and it's been bugging me. So I'm going to make a video talking about it. She prefaces that, I think, reasonably enough.
Yeah. But she's been accused of being stupid for not knowing that graffiti appears there on occasion.
By the way, I have to tell Tori, Chris, he's not mean. He's just British. He just comes across that way. But it's quite funny how she, oh shit, earthquake. There's a big earthquake this afternoon.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're having a couple at the moment.
I got nothing over here. Nothing in Nagoya.
Yeah, well, that's good. That means it's not. If it was in Nagoya as well, we'd all be fucked.
Yeah.
But this is a long one. A long one is not very big, but long means a high magnitude. So it could be deep underground, but it means more energy. It's super interesting. 2 in a day. Anyway. She said that, I thought that Oriental Pearl's video was going to be rage bait. That's what I was in there primed for, and I didn't think it was. And
I didn't think it was either. I thought it was a bit boring.
I don't think it's that mean. So I feel like she's reacting kind of on the level that I was expecting to react and didn't. But those are legitimate takes.
All right, let's hear a little bit more. She's done much from her, but
is a true hatred brewing in people in this country. Because foreigners are now the excuse.
Oh, this is something that was interesting about Tori. She's only been here a year, but she kept talking about how Japanese really hate foreigners. And I don't feel that at all.
No, well,
I took a trip.
Don't give a shit, but yeah.
I took a 2 week drive. I drove from here to Hokkaido, from Nagoya to Hokkaido.
Yeah.
And I spent 2 weeks on the road, and I visited all these touristic spots. And not once did anyone give me any kind of negative vibe. I didn't get any negative vibes at all. And I was in very touristic spots. And I talk to Japanese people all the time, thousands. I mean, I don't know what she's talking about, but she's in Tokyo, just like you.
What is she talking about? In Tokyo, people don't look twice at foreigners in Tokyo. So maybe it's from the media and from the internet. Maybe she's got this impression. Yeah, I don't feel that at all. Certainly online, there are people hating on the Kurds in Kawaguchi.
Yeah.
There's a big online thing about that. There's certain Sanseito. If you read the news and you believe that Japan's turned into a far right, country because Sanseito got some votes, but I don't see any sort of outward if you're looking for it, you can find it. But I don't think that there's any particular trend from the last year. But I could understand from the media getting that impression.
Yeah. So when I was in Otaru, I stayed at a Japanese inn run by Japanese college students. It was kind of weird, but all the people staying there were Japanese. And we walked around at night. Great time in Otaru, lovely city. And when we got back, we were talking to the other guests, and they had like a break room, where people just hang out and play games or eat or whatever, have a drink. And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, too many goddamn Chinese here." And as soon as he said it, other people were like, "Yeah, they're so loud." Someone else said, "And they're so dirty." So yeah, the Japanese do not like Chinese. And speaking of that point of view, Hassan, you saw the Hassan video, right?
Yeah, the Hassan Piker video, which actually Erin, shout out to Erin, she posted about that. He's like a global level YouTuber, so that's kind of like, I was like, wow,
but he's still smaller than Abroad in Japan. I looked him up. He's 250,000 subs less than, and in that area.
Funny because, of course, people are going to say recently he's always been controversial. Recently controversial for using allegedly using a shock collar on his dog to make his dog behave.
And I tried it with my kids, and it does not work.
Just false advertising.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's getting paid by big dog collar.
Yeah, big dog collar. I saw. I didn't watch it. His whole video was really long. I just sort of skim watched it.
I watched the whole thing, parts. And he had a good point.
Well, okay, I'll hear the point, but I was impressed actually. I didn't know that this guy knew anything about Japan, but from the clips that I saw, I was under the impression does this guy live in Japan? Like he actually knows Japan way better than I was expecting him to know Japan. Like he spoke in a quite informed way, which impressed me.
And he loves Chris Broad. He's like, "Oh, Chris is the man,"
Okay.
So what he did say that was interesting was, and I want to hear your views on this. Yes. He said, so Japan invaded China.
Yeah.
Yeah. And South Korea.
He's into the imperialism thing. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. So they invaded all these other countries. So we can understand why Chinese and South Koreans hate Japan. We can understand that. It makes kind of sense, right? But why did Japanese hate China and Korea?
is he asking that rhetorically or what?
Yeah, no, he doesn't get it. Yeah,
he doesn't get it.
Yeah, like why I don't get it either. I never thought about that. Why do so? Anytime there's a criminal, anytime Japanese person does something bad, someone in the internet, someone on X or Twitter, or whatever, they'll say, "Oh, he must be Korean. He's probably Chinese."
Well, so New Zealand, on the edge of the world, has put gun emplacements along the coast and passed laws specifically against Chinese people in the 1890s or 1900s for the same reason that Japanese people hate China, which is they're just afraid of how big it is. It's got 1 billion people right there, and whenever they could sneeze in Japan's direction and overrun it anytime that they want, and Japan's always known that that's the case. And Chinese people correctly and understandably think that they're the center of the world, the way French people kind of do. Their name is literally the center of the world. Is literally the name of their country. And they've been through a bit of a down period for about the last 150 years, and now and this is the other thing, they've been held down and fucked for 150 years by all the Western powers and by Japan, and now they're getting back up on their feet, and they're a little bit pissed off. And so everyone, it's not so much hate; it comes from fear. I think people are afraid of China, and that interprets into. But look, the other thing is that, it's always been a thing to look down on. I mean, in Japan, these were the forced laborers. These were the people when they had the colonies, in Korea, China, they bring them over as laborers, and they fill that role of cheap labor that minorities in cheap labor roles in other countries have always faced, that same sort of discrimination.
So they're the Mexicans of Japan.
But exactly. I mean, you'd ask, why would white people in the South hate black people when when they were the ones in power and the black people were the slaves? But they hate them nonetheless, right?
You're true. Yeah, that's
you don't have to be. You don't have to be in the subordinate position.
That was a pretty naive question. I should have thought about that. But Hassan brought that up. Yeah, but good. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we've got. I forgot.
By the way, and that said, it's not like all Japanese people hate Chinese, or that it's even a rational thing to think. But you do run into people that just badmouth Chinese or Korean sometimes.
No, I don't think all people hate Chinese, but I've met quite a few that are very vocal about it.
But the other part of it is, if you meet people who are like over 50 or 60 years old, a lot of them, their parents were born, a huge percentage of Japan during the war. Like Japan during the war had 70 million people. And at that time, like 20 million or something, like nearly a quarter or a third of the Japanese population lived in China and in places that are no longer Japan. They lived in Taiwan and China and Sakhalin Island and places like that. And they all had to come back, but they actually lived in and interacted with and even learned Chinese and all this sort of stuff. Japan was actually, it used to be a lot more cosmopolitan. And so, it's not as straightforward as the dynamic that I just said, but it's mostly older people in my experience and a lot of ignorant people.
Yeah, no, it is older people.
Yeah.
One of my younger
people who hate are afraid. Ultimately, people who hate have fear. That's what.
Yeah, one of my students went to Shanghai and brought me back a mug from the Starbucks, the Shanghai Starbucks, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I was using it in my school, and an older student saw it. It's like, that's terrible. I hate China. He just got triggered from that cup.
You know what you say when they react like that?
What?
Gomen China. Gomen China. Which is a very cute way of saying I'm sorry, which also sounds like forgive me, China.
Let's go on a little bit.
To blame your problems on. And Japan has real problems, okay? And especially like women in this space, it is so easy for guys to just shit on us. To just shit on women in this space. Like, Hito Bito, for example. Megan and Alex, I think is the name. And sure, like, there's some cringe going on in the YouTube space, but like, absolutely no one that creates content in the Japanese YouTube space is free from cringe.
And I thought that was a good point, and it's true. I mean, it's obvious, but it needs to be pointed out sometimes. Now, I don't know about the woman thing because I'm not a woman, of course.
The woman thing is, I've seen people like message me privately saying, I don't like that person because I feel like she doesn't make very good content and gets views just because she's a woman or something. And do you agree with me? And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Honestly, like, I don't want to be a woman. I'm comfortable. Like, if it means I get a few less views. Oriental Pearl, thank heavens Chris Broad didn't bring up that. For all the things you brought up, none of them were anything to do with her being a woman. Thank heavens, because you'd be wrong for doing it. But
she didn't bring it up, but the very fact that he, chose her as the target. Yeah. I don't know. You could argue that it's
well, maybe you're right. There are plenty of people that you could have selected, but you know what? He didn't choose her as the target. His viewers chose her as the target. His viewers watched her and then sent messages to him saying, "Is Japan cooked? Because I saw this video by this YouTuber saying all these things. Chris, tell me it's not true." And then he felt like he had to go correct it. So the fact that, she was attracting views from people who don't really know any better, who went to Chris as a cross-check. And then Chris felt compelled to speak. So he didn't attack her. He didn't choose her as the target. It's the fact that she's popular and getting attention, which, probably is it's the whole package. It's not just that being a woman or anything like that. But her success made her the target. And I don't know if being a woman contributed to that, but women are certainly, you've seen it. You've seen women get targeted. Particularly back in the day, right? Like, it used to be a joke that, just getting a woman, because remember, it used to be a sausage fest, right? Being a Jvlogger, it was all guys. Yeah. Just any girl coming up making a channel, just because they were so rare, they would do really well. It's not like that now, but it's I think what she's saying is true, that women are definitely more easy targets.
Easier targets, yeah. But at the top of the chain, at the top of the totem pole, it's always the man. Abroad in Japan is a guy. The biggest YouTubers are almost always guys. Well, what about in the Japanese? By the way, something we are so stupid in a way, in that we think about Broad, Chris Broad as being huge, but in the Japanese world of YouTubers,
he's a blip. But you know what? We were there when we were the biggest ones. We remember when Tokyo Kuni was the biggest YouTuber in Japan for a time, with 10,000 subscribers, and that was the biggest in Japan. It's kind of cute. It's kind of quaint.
I think there's someone in Japan. They were in my neighborhood the other day, and I saw all these Japanese girls were like, "Oh my god!" And I went over there. I said, "Who's that?" And they're like, "He's a YouTuber." I'm like, "Oh, well, really?" She goes, "Yeah, he's got," and she showed me on her iPad that she had with her. She goes, "Look, he's got 200 million subs." I'm like, "Wow." That's dwarfs Chris. So
200 million,
there's a lot out there.
More than that's like Japan and Indonesia or something. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. You know what? I'm old enough. I remember going to a YouTube party and seeing Hikaking as like a nervous, like junior guy at the party. It's kind of funny to think now that the Japanese guys who used to show up to the YouTuber parties, there'd be like one or two out of like 50 YouTubers, and they were the small channels. Which was absurd, and it was ridiculous. And the people at YouTube, I think they felt as well like it was their job to get Japanese people watching YouTube and taking Japanese YouTubers serious. And they succeeded, and that's as it should be.
I'm wrong. The biggest one is a guy named Issei, and he's got 68 million subs. Yeah. Then Junya is the guy that came to Nagoya. Junya, 38 million subs.
Okay.
Then Sagawa, 37 million. Like the top 10 all have more than 10 times more of what Chris Broad has. So with this, we're all minor compared to what's really happening in Japan. If you break into that group, oh my god. There you go.
Next friend pointing out, Abroad in Japan makes genuinely the highest quality material. If a woman made the same content, she would be number one. I'd say no question, actually. All things being equal, I would probably rather watch. I think that I think currently Hannah should be as big as him. But I agree. I don't think it's a gender thing. I don't think it. But what happens is I think women get targeted by weirdos more. No question. That is the thing. And this is where it makes you a little bit, like, why are we picking on a woman here? And I think I know what happened, but I've heard it from both sides, from the people being attacked and the people feeling angry that a woman, somehow is big because she's a woman. I've had people say that they don't like that, and sought validation from me. Oh no, I'm not gonna like.
Right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've never been that way either, but. She's got a little more to say, then we're going to go to another one here.
None of us. Me, everyone, we are part of the problem of cringe. We are guilty, all of us. But there is a line between cringe and problematic.
So this is the question. A lot of people said she's problematic. Some people say she's not. She's on the edge of problematic. She's not in the same group as Johnny Somali at all.
No. No, not at all. I don't really understand what she's talking about at this point. The line between cringe and problematic. I'm feeling old.
She's saying all of us are cringe. Anyone who makes videos on right now, this video itself is cringe. Look at me. I'm wearing a stupid hat, and we're two grown men are discussing drama. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know. Okay, but problematic.
And I do believe that Oriental Pearl does veer into the side of problematic, whereas Chris Abroad is where Chris Abroad is a little toxic in that he sort of glorifies Japan in like this crazy way, you know. The only thing that I notice that has gone downhill for Japan is the way in which foreigners are treated so terribly.
See, I don't know what she's talking about there again. That's why I want to show it to you.
Well, there's so many things packed into those 3 sentences.
Yeah.
She's problematic, he's toxic, and foreigners are looked down on and collapsing. I disagree with all 3 of those statements. All 3 of those statements.
But I'm wondering where she's getting that from. Well, the toxic thing, I think she's saying that Chris Broad is too positive, and that's kind of misrepresenting Japan.
I guess that's what he's having.
I don't know.
Are you kidding me? He just makes good quality content. Oh my god. Okay, and I don't think as much as Chris thinks her content was problematic, I don't agree with that statement based on my watching of it, honestly, other than, we'll get to this, but her manipulating the thumbnails and calling him a cunt wasn't necessary. It was funny, but it wasn't necessary. But I think she's off on all 3 of those statements. You know.
Well, Laura Muzio says she thinks that he is not positive. So
yeah, well, he's a sarcastic, British. His style is not positive. He's not a dark side of Japan type guy, necessarily. Right.
Which, it's interesting. Okay,
he's got a dark sense of humor, but he's not a Japan is this evil country like some people take the angle.
Let's see. Here we go.
We were hated in this country more than 10 years ago. That I can say with certainty, just from my personal experience. That's not fucking data. And many people say the same thing. That's many people's experiences. That's my experience. But it's also not something that I'd sit here and quantify and continue to say, all foreigners are hating Japan. No, plenty of Japanese people don't give a shit. I don't think that Chris Abroad should have posted that. But Chris has a fucking huge platform, and he is not above, problematic things, Why are foreigners so mean to each other? Why can't we fucking get along? It doesn't make sense. Can we not share our ideas? Can we not share our experiences?
So at the end, she's just saying, we shouldn't have attacked. He shouldn't have attacked her. She shouldn't have. I don't know.
Honestly, I started out. I'm like, and maybe this is the bias towards female YouTubers. As soon as I saw her image on the screen, I'm like, I really want to like this person. I want to go out and subscribe immediately to this person. I want to agree with everything that she says. I disagree with almost everything that she says here. I am not going to subscribe. I mean, I encourage everybody to.
This is the note that I made a note to myself. My note for her is good energy. That's all. I liked her energy.
I'm trying.
She reminds me of how we used to be when we were first making videos.
I'm trying so hard to agree with you right now, and I can't. I mean, I wish you all the success. But what are you talking about? Oh my god.
Well, check out our channel. We're going to put all these links in the channels in the description. You can check them out, and hopefully, she just passed 1,000 subs, so you got to.
Hey, Maddie just said we should invite her onto 2.5 Oyajis.
I did. I did.
You did?
I did. I left a message, but no answer. I don't know how to get in touch with these people. I don't know. There's no way to.
Maybe you were being toxic. I don't know.
Maybe.
And not just shit on this person. Damn. You know what? Frankly, Chris Abroad, this guy, he's going after Oriental Pearl, but people in his own friend group have done the same thing.
This thing.
People that are close to him, that he maybe he's a friend of a friend, that does the same thing. And I probably will do a video about why foreigners fucking hate each other so much. But we're going to get to the bottom of this. And I will not be that bitch, okay? I will love everybody. I will have my opinions. I will have my opinions, but I'm not going to be a hater-ass bitch, okay? I love Oriental Pearl. I love Chris Abroad. I don't watch them. I don't know them. But you know what? Peace and love to them.
Case in point.
Okay, there we go.
Wait. I said myself on my channel that... Chris is allowed to have his opinion, but he shouldn't. He should realize the weight that his words carry, and that you're going to send a wave of haters over. So I agree with her saying that he should have kept his opinion to himself. Although she also said, "I'm going to express my opinion." So it's like
I'm not going to be a hater bitch, but I'm going to express my opinion.
So this is where I'm torn. I'm like, Chris is allowed to have his opinion is not wrong. His opinion is his opinion. He can have his opinion. But he should be aware of the weight that his words carry, and that and what that sets off.
That's the problem, is you never know what kind of nutcase is following you when you're that huge.
And he's got 3.5 million subscribers. I mean, you know.
And I didn't go through all the subs, all the comments on his last video, but I did scan a few of them, and quite a few people just throwing money at him. And I'm just thinking, this video is going to make like $10,000 plus another $1,000 in just donations.
OnlyFans, yeah,
that's amazing.
It's the only way out of this.
He doesn't need OnlyFans at all. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. This is this guy I really like. At first, I didn't like him. And I'll be honest, I didn't like him because I thought he was balding and he had a big head, and I just wasn't attracted to him in any way.
This is the bald Japan commentator territory is taken, dude. Find another country.
Yes. Well, you're completely bald. It's kind of cool. This guy, he looks like he's not giving up. Just give up.
Completely bald. His
name, hold on a second. His name is Evil Idea, and the more I watch, it's a long ass video, like 40 minutes.
I only saw this for a couple of seconds, and and
he's an Aussie, and he's funny, and he makes a lot of good points, and he says in the beginning, "I'm Pearl's friend."
Oh, yeah.
But then he completely admits, she shouldn't have done this, she shouldn't have done this, and in the end, she makes some good points. So I'll show you what I got on this one.
Them, I don't know them, but you know what? Peace and love to them.
Case in point, this video, the creator pointed out, made $1,500, which is a seriously impressive amount of money for going around filming some bin bags and some spray paint in a video that would have taken a matter of hours to record. And this is one of the things that worries me the most. The monetization.
Why are you worried about it? This has always been the YouTube game, man. There's fucking cat videos with billions of views. They're fucking... Imagine how much money they're making. Yeah, no, that's a bullshit argument.
Impressively, no less than 6 hours later,
I never thought about
she'd
that.
Shot
So what do you think of that?
My first impression is, and I say this as a proud half Australian with many Australian friends, this is a man who says cunt in casual conversation.
Yes, he does. He does.
Just by the way he's talking, I can already tell.
And he says it's not a big deal in Australia.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, not for everybody, but yeah, for a large percentage of the population.
You're gonna see that in a minute, right?
Yeah. Who gives a shit? A fair comment. Yeah.
Yeah. So she made $1,500. I mean, I'm jealous of $1,500 on one video. That's great. I'm jealous. But you can't hold it against her. I mean, cat videos are making more. AI videos are probably making more.
Yeah, I agree with this part of it. Him complaining that the video is so easy is off for me. That's him being emotional, and it's wrong. He's allowed to think it. His emotions are valid, but don't share them with me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's...
Oh, he is a polyglot. I don't know how many languages he speaks.
Polyglot?
Polyglot, sorry.
This guy?
I always say polyglot. I think when I was a kid, I thought it was polyglot. I've been saying that forever. It's polyglot. Anyway, he speaks, I don't know what languages he speaks, but he speaks.
This guy, he can call you a cunt in like 5 different languages.
See you next Tuesday. Here we go.
Bullshit argument.
Impressively, no less than 6 hours later, she'd shot, edited, and released an entire video about what she'd called an attack.
6 hours later, bro, she's sitting in her chair and she gives an unstructured rant about how she feels like she's under attack. Bro, I'm making this video during my lunch break. That's how fast you can pop out these types of videos. So making this out as if, oh my God, she did this within 6 hours. She lives in the same time zone as you. You're a massive YouTuber. As soon as you dropped it, she would have got pinged, probably had a fucking heart attack, quickly jumped in front of the camera, which was evident from her video because it was an unstructured fucking mess, and then basically cried to her audience. Okay. So this is not like, oh, I see what the implication here is, that she was waiting for this. She wanted this. Nah, man, if she wanted this, she would have planned it out a lot better.
And finally...
Yeah, he criticizes her video. I cut that part out, but he's like, her video was shit. It was so unstructured. It was a mess, Terrible video she made. And the thing about spending 6 hours, like 6 hours is nothing. You can make a video. We're doing a video right now. It's going to take us 2 hours, right? I spend more hours watching videos.
Unless we fall asleep before the end, yeah. But this is exactly it. So criticizing lack of, as I just said, criticizing lack of, I'm with them 100%. That I also find it very funny that we're commentating on the commentator of the video. It's great, yeah.
But it does point out something that's very interesting. I think Chris, he's in a different world.
Lara just commented, Chris is an editing snob. That's a great term.
He's in a different world. I mean, I don't have the time. I've got 2 kids. I've got 3 jobs. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I don't have time to.
No one got time for that. Jeez,
edit the beautiful videos. I wish I did.
This is why I respect.
This computer is 6 years old.
this computer right here is like 10 years old, although it's a good computer. But this is why I respect him. He's living the dream of that YouTuber who thinks, man, I wish I could go and make TV production quality and do this full time and make a good living from it and own a bar and live in a nice neighborhood. He's lived the dream, and I respect the living hell out of him.
Yeah, no, definitely good for him.
But for him to go criticizing people for making videos on a webcam, on a live stream with zero effort, well, that's my entire operation, dude. What are you saying? So
And I
understand why he feels that way, but you should keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah. See, this, the 360 camera, so little effort. Just turn this on, walk around. You don't even have to point it. You just hold it.
I literally just stick this to my forehead and run. I don't even.
And when you go home, you don't edit it. You just throw it up. Cut it a little bit, maybe.
Hell yeah.
But I thought that was kind of. But it does tell us. It does maybe show us a little. It's a kind of little window into his mindset. That the way he sees video production is completely different from the way most YouTubers.
It's understandable when you put as much passion and discipline and effort into your thing, and when you see somebody getting away with doing the same thing with much less effort, which, by the way, I don't consider she's in the same category as he is, like, at all. But I can understand his frustration at that. But at the same time, that's literally like being angry at a cat that got more views than you, right? Like, what's the point in being angry at the cat? She's literally the cat video that he's angry at.
Oh, Rod in Japan in the comments.
Oh,
I am
love it.
I am honored.
Yes,
the real king. The
king.
The real. Let me take off my crown. I was just. I apologize. Please do not behead me.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we were just talking about how I don't think you understand how most YouTubers are we're just putting on webcams and just.
Yeah, but but this is I hope you caught the entire context of what I just said, not just the ending. But yeah, I mean, what you do is amazing, and I'd totally be pissed off at lower effort YouTubers as well, given the huge effort that you put in, which is why I watch all your videos. But at the same time, that's the sort of thing you got to kind of keep to yourself. It's not a good look to be criticizing people just on the effort for manipulating the thumbnail and she did shit with criticizing, and we'll get to this, I'm sure. But
we're about
the
to get
effort
to that
part is a fair call.
Let's see what else we
I
have.
love this.
I made this compilation of little notes from other YouTubers.
I was called the C word, just to add the cherry on top.
It's cunt. It's cunt. You can say the C word.
I told you, it's a greeting.
In fact, in Australia.
So in America, that is a terrible, terrible word. So I wanted to ask you about this because I'm not sure how other countries deal with this kind of word. Because I thought in England and Australia it was kind of a common, like, I got a Scottish friend. He calls you, hey, you cunt. He keep calling your friends cunt all the time. So.
Yeah. I think, what? Even when I was like in the 90s, being called a cunt in Australia used to be a fighting word. Like, people would say it, but it was something you'd say where you'd either have to walk out or start a fight. And I've seen fights started over it. I think it's become more casual. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then but the thing is, people would use it all the time. but literally, that's a word you pull out when you're ready to break a bottle over someone's head. And I've been in bars and situations in Australia when I was at university where I've seen that happen. I feel like it's become more casual over the last 20 years. In some parts of Australia. So yeah, I mean, I think that's what he's about to say, that it's a word, we just use it all the time. It's softened a lot in Australia. In fact, I had an American ask me recently whether an Australian was giving them the full harsh treatment all the time, and I asked, well, has that person actually called you a cunt? Because if they haven't, they're holding back.
Okay.
So it's become more normal. Yeah.
You are mostly New Zealander, but you have Australian blood.
I am, and I don't use it. I left before it became that casual. I mean, I'm saying it here casually, but I don't say it at people. No, that's shitty.
Yeah. So in America, if you were to say that to a woman, that's basically a reason to shoot somebody. And you never call a man. And you never call a man.
In America, spilling an ice cream is a reason to shoot somebody. Come on, but yeah.
In America, right? You would never call a man a cunt. You call him a bitch or a pussy.
Oh,
but not a cunt.
Well,
we wouldn't even. I don't think a man would even understand what that meant. Like,
yeah.
By the way, so we should since we got him in the room, maybe he's still here. He said that Jvlogging peaked at. Where is it? Where's the comment? Jvlogging peaked at Ryan Bounds.
So the sandwich. The sandwich video was indeed a peak. It was a moment in time that I think will always be preserved.
But apparently he's living in his car and doing like Ubering or something. I don't know.
I think, you mentioned that, and I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, honestly, yeah.
And taking shits in the back of his car. And someone asked me to make a video about that. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Technically, you're doing it now, but yes.
I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying I'm not gonna make. He apparently brought me up in a comment saying, Victor got me into Jvlogging, and I don't like the guy, but I haven't really thought about him for years.
It's not like you sold him into prostitution or anything, but yeah.
It's not my fault he did that. I mean,
Anyway. OnlyFans is a different story, but YouTube.
He could do OnlyFans. He's just like hiding in my room. That's it. I do have a question. I don't know if Abroad in Japan is still here, but someone. It was Unrested. Unrested said he wasn't. He was criticizing Oriental Pearl, saying she said that he needs approval from the government before he's allowed to release a video. That was his impression, but I don't think.
And while we wait for his response, what I'm guessing, I don't know if that's true or not, or that's backed up or not. I know that some of the travel YouTubers, Michaela, for example, has definitely made videos sponsored and promoted by the Fukuoka, and even currently Hannah. Sometimes they say this was sponsored by the local government of this area, wanting to promote the area, and they've had me go to these places. And I'm sure they do some sort of deal that they review the video or stuff like that. Sometimes when it's those sort of situations, I don't know if he's done a video like that specifically, but it happens. But yeah, so he's still there. I think Jay did have an endearing authenticity to it that I miss sometimes. I mean, we didn't know what we were doing. We were screaming into webcams. And even all the way back then, you were making pro-level content, which is why you've done videos. As well as you've done. Yeah.
One of the videos, I don't know why it's stuck in my mind. Abroad in Japan is running into a bathroom, a public bathroom. And I think he goes in there and there's no toilet paper. And it's a very short video, but it's stuck in my mind.
Abroad in Japan hasn't had a government subsidized job in half a decade.
Really? Okay.
So those things exist, and I've seen them before, but it's not like all of his videos have. It would be ridiculous. How could they be reviewed by local government? He does videos all over the place.
Because the way governments work, it would take them months to approve anything. They'd have to go through the 3 or 4 committees.
I didn't pay much attention to that anyway.
Let's see what else we got here.
Hear this word everywhere. Hell, you will hear it in a professional office environment. You'll hear people say, man, this is a fucking kind of a problem. Like, it has no weight here in Australia.
And for some clarity, I really don't disagree.
Oh, but she didn't say he was a cunt. She said you're being a cunt. A little bit different by doing this comment, I think.
So the fact it's coming from an American, it was kind of shocking. You're not used to hearing it. If you hear it from an Australian, it's kind of different to hearing it from an American. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway. Personally, I wouldn't. I'm not bothered by insults like that. Cunt, fuck, it doesn't bother me. I would never fight.
I'll remember that.
No, I mean, when I was in America, people would call me a spick or a wetback, and I'm not even any of those things. Never really bothered me. But.
Yeah. I like this person. I dislike their content. Not just this video, but some other videos, which I'll discuss.
Bruh, you don't dislike this person? Oh, come on.
And I ask you, if you disagree with her, if you disagree with me, that you always comment in a respectful manner and don't share any hatred online.
Okay, it's understandable why he did that, because obviously...
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. I think you kind of have to, what's it called? Hedge your bets. Make sure none of your... Hey, I didn't say do anything bad, because some people are nuts, man. Some people are going to go out there and no matter what you say, they're going to attack.
I admit, looking at this guy, I feel like he's going to look like me in a couple of years. he's on the way. I'm like, dude, just go get the clippers.
My first impression was this guy's a nutcase, but he actually makes quite a bit of sense. He backs up what he says.
Especially when you get to a massive channel size such as his or hers, you don't want to be like fucking responsible for anything your audience says.
Honestly, I don't do this sort of thing lightly. The only time I think I've ever called out a creator was Mr. Beast last year, when he partnered with Logan Paul.
Like, when he makes that type of video where he calls out Mr. Beast, he just knows 100% he's going to get the views, okay? Now, he may not like those views, but I feel like he is more likely wanting to make more videos calling out more people. He knows that they would be profitable, but at the same time...
I would disagree with that, but who
I
knows?
disagree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you said the video got 3 million views, right? But at the same time, no, I could tell how pained he was making that video, and it's partly why as well. Like, Chris, stop! Don't do this.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he's not about to become a drama vlogger.
Yeah, I hope not.
I disagree with this guy.
He hasn't built that type of audience, so it can alienate a certain grouping of his audience.
You know, some people could do it. Like, I think Hassan Piker could do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is
But some people have a
drama.
personality for that.
Yeah.
But not, yeah.
Dan H misses
Okay,
Ken Tanaka,
here's
David Uri.
where I'm
So,
starting to get more and more issues with his video.
Oh, this is something that kind of bothered me. I'll be honest. I don't know if Chris is still there, but why did you bother? What is it called? Pixelating her face, or what do you call hiding her face? When everyone knows who you're talking about. I mean, I feel like you're kind of. I think that was kind of petty. When everyone knows who it is.
That didn't bother me. I think there's two ways I could interpret it. One being respectful that you put privacy in you of anyone's face that you don't have permission to show, because they can come back and maybe claim and have the video taken down that it's showing your face without permission.
I suppose.
The other way, less likely to me, is that he's just not wanting to promote her. But he kind of is promoting her by talking. He promoted her a whole bunch, so I don't think it was trying to avoid promoting her. I think it was trying to avoid giving her the right to get his video taken down.
Last comment, by the way, he's commenting about that last comment about getting all those views. And trust me, you don't want Mr. Beast and his army breathing down your neck no amount of views worth that. I can believe that. Yeah. Those people are crazy. They're crazy. And that's a lower level of subscriber. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like, yeah.
Well, again, you're talking about the totem pole. So Mr. Beast is to abroad in Japan. Probably what abroad in Japan is to us in terms of views and subscribers. But yes, yeah. Right. Of course, you don't want to mess with that.
All right, let's see. Okay. What else we got here?
First up, I've had in my comment section multiple times people pointing out that he's friends, or has been in the past friends, with another YouTuber. This other YouTuber in question is called Bold and Bankrupt, okay? And if you watch this guy's content, all he does is goes to economically depressed areas, war zones, filming this shit. And if he's friends with this YouTuber who does exactly this shit, can you really also say, well, it's okay for him to do it, but not for her to do it? Like, that's kind of a double standard.
Yeah, you know, if you're watching someone else do it and you're enjoying it, but it has nothing to do with Japan. Maybe it's a Japan thing. Maybe he doesn't mind when it's happening in other countries. I don't know.
Well, look, and I think of Japan sometimes as someone that I have a relationship with. You know, like it's kind of like being married to Japan, right? The good and the bad and the whatever. You know, and even if you're pissed off at Japan, sometimes you don't want anyone like else shitting on them or lying about them or being. So I can understand how you'd be more protective of people misrepresenting Japan, and that would piss you off, particularly when you're dealing with all the comments relating to it. I don't give a shit who his friends are. Jeez, I mean, you know, again, what you're not allowed to be offended by someone because you have a friend. And I don't know anything about this other guy. So
right.
Well, I'm not going to judge him by association.
I see
videos. Comment.
I see videos of guys going to Thailand and doing things in Thailand, and I don't think much of them, but I just steer away from that topics. I just don't want to see them. But I don't applaud it either.
Some people here saying it's a double standard. Smoking Hash says, I feel like this is the least dramatic YT drama I've heard in a while. We've been starved. Seriously, this is a puddle in the desert. We are making the most of all of it. Yes. And we will continue.
But a lot. I mean, how many videos were made
about this? Oh, jeez, yeah, it's a whole industry.
I gotta see at least 20 videos were made. And a lot of those people, I don't even know who they are.
Erin says that Bold, whose name is Bold, Mr. Bold, has done fantastic videos. She has followed him from the beginning. He's a creep when it comes to women. He was in 6 tourist vlogs, but Traveler's Thread is saying that he makes good videos. I think I like travel videos, and he's been to some obscure places that are hard to get to. And I remember watching them and thinking that I didn't know anything about the sex stuff, but yeah.
Oh, okay. And all he does is goes to economically depressed areas, war zones, filming this shit.
This is not who gives a shit what someone else makes.
If he's friends with this YouTuber who does exactly this shit, can you really also say, well, it's okay for him to do it, but not for her to do it? Like, that's kind of a double standard.
I think that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Well, some people agree with him that it's a double standard. I think it's irrelevant to the discussion. Move on.
So let's talk about the thumbnail.
Yeah. It's kind of like, honestly, I was kind of like, I was very underwhelmed. I was expecting more rage bait from her video and was very disappointed that this just seemed to be a normal video of someone feeling a bit, wanting to share that this bothered her, seeing that. She's allowed to feel that. But when I heard that she actually drew extra graffiti on the thumbnail to make it look worse,
that was a big mistake.
That's like, and then she tried to defend herself on Reddit. That was funny. That was funny.
I didn't see
at that point. Yeah, on Reddit, she someone commented on Reddit about it, and she came and commented back on Reddit under it, and she said that in the thumbnail shot, her head was covering up a place where there was more graffiti. So in order to represent the level of graffiti that was in the area, she felt like it was fair just to give people the correct impression by adding some extra graffiti. Which, yeah, there's a point where you need to be quiet and apologize and leave the room, and that was it.
There's the thumbnail right there, right? Okay.
Yeah. So and it looks really real. Honestly, I'm totally on the sign. And on the pole and on the board, the big crosses behind her, those two crosses.
Right here on the red and right behind her right eye.
This is hilarious.
And a couple
that was the moment.
Too.
That's the moment where I was like, someone saying, oh God, never respond on Reddit. Yes, indeed. But even if that's, I don't know, if you graffiti virtually, can you still be arrested?
So, I don't remember who said it.
That is so dumb.
One of the other YouTubers who made videos about this said, if you touch up your thumbnail at all, you're kind of lying. Yeah. You're using Photoshop to make yourself look better. But this is. But I honestly don't know why she bothered. I agree that it was wrong.
You talk about the critique that she just got a GoPro. No, she didn't just get a GoPro. She actually spent some serious editing time on this video manipulating the thumbnail. It's hilarious.
Give her some credit for editing.
yeah, Chris. You said that she doesn't edit. Look at the work.
It must have taken at least an hour. God. But if you watch the video, and I actually hadn't watched the video until Chris brought this up, that was fake. So I went back and looked at her video, and I
watched the video.
Huh?
Yeah, the video itself.
Yeah, but she's right. He's right. I mean, he is right. All these extra graffitis are wrong. I mean, they're added.
They weren't there in the video. Yeah.
But if you watch the video, you can see there's tons of graffiti. So why didn't you just pick a different thumbnail? Yeah.
I should do it this way because there are British people watching. I shouldn't do this.
Okay.
This way. There's two. Either she edited the thumbnail, which is hilarious and terrible, or she actually went back afterwards and drew the graffiti herself and then took the video.
Maybe that was it.
Took the photo.
Okay. Yeah. So now, I never liked her. I've seen a couple of her videos before. Surprise. I hated her thumbnails that said white. What was it? White person talks to Japanese. I don't know what was it.
White woman surprises Japanese person with language ability or something.
So I would avoid those.
I don't need to watch that shit.
I wouldn't even click on them. But I was aware that they existed. Like, oh my god.
And people watch them, and they're clickbaity to people who are interested. Oh, fair. Do you? I'm fine.
Right. I might have clicked on one a long time ago. I did see where she interviewed the Japanese guy who's born. I'm sorry, foreigner. I think a Canadian born in Hokkaido who became the Hams baseball announcer, and it was pretty interesting. But I was interested in him, but it was a good interview. It was fine. And there was nothing clickbaity about that at all. But I don't like her content at all. From the little that I know. But then I saw her on Sora the Troll.
Okay. We're not going to talk about the actual video that she made, though? Or you're going to talk about Sora the Troll first? I mean, the video, I think, I watched her video. I just went straight to it.
You mean the original?
This one. The original.
This one. I saw half of it. I wasn't interested.
You didn't even watch the video?
I watched half.
You watched all the commentary and you never watched the original. So what do you think of the original video? Was Chris right?
Chris, well, I mean, he was... I think she. I believe
material point, Victor.
I believe she grew up in. I mean, I believe she spent 10 years. I believe her when she says she spent all that time in that neighborhood, and she thinks it's gone to hell. And I believe that's possible. That's what she perceives.
Yeah.
But I also believe that she doesn't realize that it's been like that forever, and it's just gotten worse recently. So I think what happened is she just went with her gut, not knowing, not even thinking to do any research, and that was it. I think it could have been an honest mistake. Except I don't. That's the only video I've ever seen of hers, really.
But did it seem rage baity to you? I mean,
no, it seemed kind of boring. It seemed kind of boring to me.
It kind of did, right? Like, I don't know.
It seemed kind of boring. Like the bicycles. Like, who cares? The bicycles. Like, I didn't care.
And by the way, did she show a shot? Did she show a shot of some homeless people in the middle of the video randomly or something? Which is wild. Dude, well, what's with that? But look, the video itself. I rushed over. I saw Chris's commentary on Facebook first, and then I went over. I didn't rush over, but at some point I made my way to the video, expecting to see an outrageous, rage tuber. And she said that, she sets it up. She walks to and from her school, every day, and she walks past this place where she notices, as she said, it's a place, she didn't say it's all of Japan, where there's more graffiti, and it disappoints her. She feels like the place is, slipping, and it bugs her. Look, it bugs me when I go through Ikebukuro sometimes, and the other day I was walking down some shitty streets. I mean, Ikebukuro's a shithole. And there's like rats and stuff like that. I saw, come across rats. In Ikebukuro, actually once, about 10 years ago, I remember... in front of Sunshine City, one of the big, really crowded areas in the middle of Ikebukuro, the crowd opened up around something, and when it opened up in front of me, there was a homeless person with his pants around his ankles, peeing in the middle of a crowded street. So it's horrible shit. There always has been, just like Chris said. I mean, from the 90s, there's never not been. You can always find places. The one thing about Nakameguro is, it is a corner. Nakameguro is a lovely place. I would love to live in Nakameguro. I run around there sometimes. It is a spotless, rich, really nice, fancy, cool neighborhood.
Isn't this Nakameguro?
This is Nakameguro, apparently, which is close to me. Yeah, it's a beautiful neighborhood, and there is a corner which has too much graffiti, which he showed himself. They showed it on NHK. But look, so she said that the graffiti bothers her. It bothers me too. So she felt like she wanted to make a video saying how this bothers her. She's allowed to do that. I don't really have a problem. And I don't think she said that this represents all of Japan per se. I thought she was just expressing her opinion, and and he was allowed to express his, that this person's just made a lazy video for clickbait, which I don't think was how it was from her. I think she just made a video. Hey, I just decided to talk about this thing that's bugging me. So to me, it started out as nothing about nothing. Honestly, but when I found out her video was manipulated, and look, the scene showing scenes of homeless people bothers me. The thumbnail being manipulated bothers me, and I'm not into her channel. So I feel like the real interesting stuff came like after. The video itself to me was kind of a non-event, honestly.
Well, I lived in New York City before coming here, so for me,
everything's an upgrade.
I felt Natsukashi. This is nice. I kind of feel like
Ikebukuro. Ikebukuro is one of the shittiest neighborhoods in Tokyo, and it still is better than most neighborhoods in most places that I've ever been to anywhere else. But,
so Hassan Piker talked about that. Yeah. He compared this. He said the worst place in Japan is nothing compared to LA or San Francisco or some other city. It's
absolutely true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's bad by Japanese standards, but it's nothing compared to the rest of the world. I mean, I lived in the poorest part when I was a student in New York City. I had to live in the poorest part of the city because I couldn't afford to live in a nicer part.
This thumbnail though, this kills me. The fact that half the graffiti was fake.
Selling heroin 24 hours a day. I mean,
yeah.
So I mean,
so Peter Poet, is Japan cooked and doomed? No more than it ever was.
Well. Pardon me. Yeah, but we do have a huge problem. That's the shuseiritsu, the birth rate.
Sure.
Yeah, and without that, and now we have anti.
Shusan, not say. San.
Shuseiritsu. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've got the immigration problem, and now we got the anti-immigration sentiment, and that's kind of canceling out the possibility of using immigrants to help balance out the population.
Which I think is overbaked, but yeah.
I would agree. I would disagree. Japan is actually cooked, but not because of graffiti.
But not because of the graffiti behind her on the abandoned building. But yeah. I mean, imagine what abandoned buildings look like in other major cities.
No, but seriously, unless something changes,
it bothers her. She's allowed to be bothered by it, and she's allowed to express being bothered by it. I don't think that she's necessarily. I can imagine how people saw that and overreacted to that, and then they ran to Chris in their panicked overreaction, and Chris felt like he had to explain it and say, "This is bullshit. Stop." I've made videos like that saying this person's talking bullshit. When we used to do 2.5 Oyajis, I would talk about channels that used to really bug me, of people that just got off the boat and immediately start talking outrage at things they don't understand. Yeah, exactly. I don't think she's in that category. She's not fresh off the boat pretending to be an expert about stuff. She's literally talking about her walk home.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. But I do care about the thumbnail. And I do care about showing videos of homeless people that, without their permission, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I've taken videos of people that are just in my way, they'll by chance get into my camera view, but I'll never upload those.
Yeah.
I was just videoing just 2 days ago. I was videoing my bicycle ride to work, and this woman gets dragged out of an apartment building on a stretcher by paramedics.
Yeah.
and it got it right into my into my camera. The first thing I thought is, wow, I guess I can't use this video anymore.
Apparently, she doesn't have that particular filter, so But
well, that's the other thing. I mean, who am I to judge, though? I mean, I can't do it. I wouldn't do it, but
Johnny Somali would do it. Who's right?
Well, I mean, that's what he does is crazy. That's another step. That's a different level of annoying.
Well, the video itself. Okay, we'll go into Sora the Troll now. But look, I found her video a kind of an anticlimax, honestly, from the build up.
Okay.
But fine, But then all this stuff happened. So I didn't watch all the Sora the Troll video. I watched it for 5 seconds, and I didn't really care.
Well, the Sora when she bent Sora the Troll, it was pretty funny. Her banter, her and Sora, I don't know if they're old friends. I think it was the first time. The banter, the way they interact with each other, I thought it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I was on my lunch break. Yeah, it was good. So before that, I had negative views about her, but then after I saw her reacting and interacting with him, I thought, this woman's funny. I kind of like her. She's kind of fun to watch. But but it was a different type of video too, and also Sora was there to kind of even things out. So, and they were talking about penises on the walls and drawing penises, and it was funny. And she's talking about it was just a funny video.
This is worth my time. I mean, I'm happy to watch it, but I'm not feeling the sales pitch very strongly. Okay, but so was there anything to the debate added from that? Any insight?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all. I just wanted to point out that there's a side of her that I was never aware of. So my initial impression was she's
I definitely started out 100% Team Chris. Yeah, and I expected her to be a rage baiter, a caricature. And I found, as you do with most people, that when you stop and you actually listen to most people, except for that first guy, David, they actually turn out to be quite likable, reasonable, normal people. Like the more you get to know someone, the less you're able to actually have. So I came in with a bunch of biases that I found. But there again, do I want to subscribe to her or be best friends? No, not really. But there again, and I do think that some of Chris's. So which of Chris's criticisms were legit and which were off point? I mean, are there more clips or are we gonna?
No, there's more. But I didn't have time to edit more. There's more stuff.
Okay. So I mean, you saw everything. Like from your analysis and your conclusions, who's right, who's wrong?
Well, I think Japan is cooked. I think she's right in that Japan is completely cooked, but not for those reasons. Not for the graffiti. And
so was her video legit? Like, well, was Chris's criticism of her legit?
Personally, I think
did it have legit points?
I think if you were going to point out, well, you know what, on one, how do I say this? I'm glad he did it.
Me too. Yeah,
I'm glad.
Chris, thank you, Chris. Thank you. You brought the community back.
I'm glad he did it. Because it opened up a whole bunch of drama, and
can of worms is the term, but yes,
Pandora's box. I was able to see all these new YouTubers that I've never heard of because I haven't bothered. I haven't been interested. I've been busy. Well. I've been busy with my.
You definitely
kids.
didn't do it in order to bring back the community, but it had that unintended positive side effect that I'm actually enjoying. I thought this was gone. I thought we were never going to have these kind of everybody commenting about a Japan, YouTuber drama ever again, other than and Johnny Somali does not count.
He doesn't count. No.
So I think this is actually.
I never made a video about Johnny Somali. I thought about it briefly, but I thought, I don't even want to give him any. Yeah. He's just coming through.
Look, she's a legit Japan resident.
Yeah,
I give her that.
And she's a Jvlogger.
So. And so they are. I don't. Well, you know what? Jvlogger, to me, a Jvlogger is someone who was in that community at that time. So there are even people in Japan who are not really active in the community that I don't consider to be Jvloggers. So I don't think either of them really are. But sure, we'll take the thing. I think they're bringing it back. If we all get into talking about this, they're acting like Jvloggers now, which is kind of cool. Not that they would probably wear the label themselves. But that's what it was, right? We were a community of people who cared about each other. Or if we didn't care about, we cared about what they said and did and would talk about it. And there was this whole thing for a few years that ran on that, right? We watched each other's videos and supported each other openly.
For quite a few years.
And then YouTube got to this point where we didn't really need to support each other anymore. People could just come to Japan and start making great content and never be in a community and do better than everyone else that way. And the whole thing kind of died and everyone sort of lost interest as people moved away. But I actually love that there's still something people
moved away and people got busy. I got married, got 2 kids. Yeah,
it's like a Bruce Springsteen song.
There's other. I'm trying to find if there's anything else.
But you know what? But for me, I think she's fine making whatever the hell videos she wants. I think that manipulating, I think Jane Motz was saying that manipulating her thumbnail is like using AI in videos. I think doing either editing a thumbnail or using AI is shitty if it's done in order to deceive. But if it's you can have a thumbnail, everyone does edited thumbnails to grab attention, to make them look bright.
Yeah, but that was deceiving. That was deceiving.
This was actually deceptive. And I think deceptive use of AI or this is shitty. And that part of what she did was shitty. But I don't think that, feeling like, oh, I'm worried about my neighborhood or this neighborhood that I go through, is in decline. I think that's probably her legitimately held opinion and she's allowed to express it. I also think that Chris is allowed to have the opinion that that's really sensationalist. It pisses me off as well, seeing sensationalists misrepresenting YouTubers, misrepresent Japan. I used to make videos like that myself. And I think he's allowed to feel that way, but I disagree with his interpretation in this case about that. And I think he also let slip his understandable emotional feelings of how easy it is for people to lazily make videos that do well. But I think that's something that he shouldn't have said, because I think that's actually a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I think the fact someone can take a YouTube, a GoPro video camera. And frankly, who uses GoPros nowadays? The cool kids use them.
I have 2 GoPros. I never use them. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a GoPro. So it's hard to use. These Instas are amazing. I wish I was sponsored and I was going to be getting money for saying this. But the fact that it's easy to make good quality content is great. But, at the same time, this is why I respect his content all the more, right? Like, he makes stuff, it's not just TV quality. He makes stuff better than you see on TV. TV's gone to shit. And the better stuff is on YouTube on channels like his. And you don't see stuff as high quality. He makes the best quality videos in Japan. I don't know. I don't think he needs to go criticizing people who make, on budget videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's something.
Yeah, there's something.
This is from 2014.
Okay.
This is from 2014.
Oh, this is a Jvlogger photo. Jeez, he looks so young. He looks like 12 years old. Chris,
he does.
He looks like he couldn't grow a goatee in that photo if he wanted to. Seriously, he looks like a high school exchange student. Man, there are no photos of me looking that young.
Oh yeah. So this is from 2014 in the Osaka meetup that we had.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like there were a couple of them. But,
I recognize the guy behind him as well. He was in the Japan.
What was his name?
I met him in Tokyo.
Do you remember his name? Rising Sun? No, something
like that. Yeah.
But I had a little beef with him, and I made him cry.
Chris?
I made the guy.
Oh, the guy in the background.
I made the guy cry. And everyone thought we were going to kill each other at the party here. But we didn't. Yeah. We all got drunk and had fun. And, the thing is, I can have disagreements with people, but I will have a beer with anybody.
Yeah.
So I forgot his name though, but I'm trying to find another picture of Chris over here.
He's probably crying again that you've forgotten his name.
Oh, well, I can't find it. Oh, I find passed out people. Oh, there's Regan in Japan. I didn't label. I just labeled Osaka trip, so I don't know where he is.
You're probably looking at photos that are not showing up on the screen.
No, I am. I don't know how to do it at the same time. But anyway, no biggie. But he was there in 2014.
Yeah,
that's what Unrest. Oh, there we go.
This is a legit Jvlogger photo. I take it back. I never thought of Chris. I always thought Chris was sort of honestly a level above, a bit like Tokyo Kuni, frankly was. Like he always just made content that.
I feel like Chris has got his own community now. That's completely different.
This is a Jvlogger photo. Oh, absolutely. Geez, he's got a whole country worth of subscribers. I mean, of course, he has his own community, and geez, respect, hats off to him for that. I mean, hell, she has her own community too, probably.
Here we go. 1.5
million. Holy crap!
Yeah. Oh yeah. How about this? There he is. That's a good pic. Regan the vegan.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Wow. Everyone here looks.
And she worked for Google, but I can't remember her name. Corinne or something. Really nice girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was 2014. A big YouTuber. Anyway, yeah. So one thing I did kind of I do feel sad about is that once these guys got really big, security became kind of a problem. So I remember Rachel and June refused to come to a party unless security was provided.
Well, but that's one thing you talk about female YouTubers is that's a legitimate concern. I'm sure that she had to deal with a lot of weirdos, and so I don't think it's just paranoid. The recent thing, what's her name? The Emiru? At TwitchCon, there was a...
TwitchCon, I heard about that. Some guy came up and kissed her.
Was attacked. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude Jericho, good to see you, man. Oh, by the way, Dude Jericho makes amazing videos, actually, like really well edited about idol culture and otaku culture in Japan.
Okay.
Dude Jericho. Yeah, that's not the name of his YouTube channel. In fact,
What's
you know
the
what?
name?
I think that is the name of his YouTube channel. I think if you go to YouTube/Dude Jericho, I think it's got his channel. It's a different name, but his videos are amazing. You're doing a fantastic job, Dude Jericho.
Yeah, so I think I'm glad he made the video. I think I was glad to meet all these new YouTubers, even if we didn't actually meet. It's good to see them, and it's kind of inspired me to start to get more active again.
Looking for people again. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we can get some of those people on the show. Maybe we can get I don't know, Dave, the guy that the balding guy who says cunt all the time.
Yeah, that would
he's
be,
a polyglot.
be something.
He's a polyglot, so maybe he's got some tips.
Polyglot. So I'll brace myself for the sheep jokes. But yeah.
Nihon John is his YouTube name, by the way.
Okay, Nihon John.
Dude Jericho, and I just subscribed.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Awesome channel.
Okay, great.
Actually, really worth subscribing to. Everybody go subscribe to him. Go subscribe to Abroad in Japan if you've never heard of him. Even subscribe to Oriental Pearl if that's your thing. But I'm
gonna subscribe to her too. I'm not against anybody. Yeah, like let everyone make the kind
Tori, the Tori girl who I disagree with everything that she said and I don't understand what she's talking about, but she just got 1,000 subs. I mean that was our brand, right? It was picking up picking up those channels at that stage and then taking all the credit when they became Chris Broad later on. So I think I would be all for doing some
take no credit for Chris
like
Broad.
that again.
He had his talent. He was just waiting to blow up. Window. Can I share a screen? I'm gonna share a screen here. Allow. What do I do? Share this window? No.
Nervously thinking, I hope you shut all the screens that you don't want to make sure are shared.
Sharing.
No OnlyFans.
Here we go. Okay, can you see that? You're look, you're sharing this entire screen. That did not work very well.
That's a very disappointing screen share.
Oh, there's my. Huh, that didn't work. How do I do this? Stop sharing. How do I share a screen?
We've done way better on technical issues than we normally do on this show. The new mic is rocking it, by the way. The sound is great. Yeah, people telling it, close all the porn tabs.
Yeah, I don't have any porn. Yeah, I can't do it. Anyway, I wanted to show you her. She's got a latest video. Oh, I'll just do a screenshot and then I can show you that. Her latest video, Tori in Japan, is actually about YouTubers. And yeah, I'm going to show it to you right now. Just let me just do this one more image file. Okay, here we go. And it is
more image file.
Give me one more second. Sorry guys. Here we go. There it is.
Moment now.
Okay. There she is.
Okay.
Oh, and this is covered up at the bottom. See, look at the bottom. The problem with Japan's YouTubers.
Nice.
And there would have been. What's interesting for me, and I don't say this with any sadness. I just remember when we would have been here. We would have been in those pics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right.
I only recognize the guy in the back. I think he's Anime Man or something. The guy on the right.
The guy in the bottom left. He does street interviews. Trying to remember his name.
Takeshi. Takeshi, maybe.
Yeah, something like Takeshi or something.
Yeah, I don't know him. I've heard of him.
Sometimes his videos, sometimes he gets interesting people. They're never spontaneous. They're always like arranged interviews, done as street interviews. But sometimes they're interesting.
Sora,
you're right.
The guy on the right is Shohei, I think.
God, I don't know anyone else here.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know anyone else in that thumbnail, but yeah, maybe we should go find out.
Yeah. So she's making a video about that right now. So
yeah.
Anyway, check her out. She's worth it, man. Tori in Japan.
Yeah.
You might find something like. Well, you may not, but whatever.
Yeah,
anyway,
you may just be horrified and run away, but
we got lucky. We got lucky with Chris blessing our channel tonight. That's just amazing. I honestly didn't.
It's fantastic to see her in here. Yeah. I can see aspects to both sides, but yeah, I think she lost the whole thing when the editing, the graffitiing the thumbnail. That was hilarious and shitty. And I feel like you lose the whole debate at that point. But
but it's not a channel killer. I mean, you can come back from that. Yeah,
absolutely.
So she can apologize for that and not do it again.
By the way, the one thing about Chris, I think I saw another video. There was like a cycling vlog that I stumbled across that I was watching today. I think Chris is genuinely pained by this whole thing.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, the cycling vlog. Yeah. It's on another channel. Josh.
He wasn't doing this for fun at all. You know, he sincerely, you know, feels, and I actually respect, for real good quality content producers like him, you don't expect to really ever see him being himself or vulnerable in that way. It's always scripted, prepared, entertaining, great content. It's like, you know, it's like a great actor. You can watch a great actor's videos and you know, you're never going to expect to really get to know them as a person. They'll be familiar, but you won't get to know them. I thought it was really actually, for him, that was a really big deal, revealing himself in a way that opened himself to criticism that even I have, that I'll do that, or I disagree with that. But you really did that. And I must admit, I mean, it makes me respect him even more, even though I disagree with some of his critiques.
Yeah. No, I saw that video and I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Chris, from my point of view, other than the fact that he's a great video maker, is we're kind of going backwards in life. I started my when I was a college kid, I was a bicyclist, like a maniac, like 30 miles a day. I was by 2 hours in the morning. You know, it was crazy. New York City, go around Central Park 6 times.
Wow.
And I did a long trip from New York to Florida. Just I was nuts. Huge legs.
Bicycle? Yeah. New York to Florida by bicycle?
Couldn't wear jeans. My legs were so big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a maniac. I got offered jobs to go to Europe and take tours, and I was like, no, I'm going to Japan.
Wow.
But before that, I went to South America and hiked. Then I owned a bar, right?
Yeah. I remember that.
And Chris is going like in the opposite direction, right? He's got the bar now. He's bicycling. So.
Indeed, the parallels are spooky. Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal, but people have similar interests. That's all. But anyway, I am interested in the Jvlogging community again. I'm going to try to look into it some more.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't trust Vic.
Get the gang back together. Pure, I don't trust what?
He goes, I don't trust anyone with 3 million subs over here, Maddie says.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I don't trust Vic either.
How many subs do you have?
Oh, I don't know, 165? On the other channel, on the ASMR channel.
Oh, yeah.
On this channel, I only have 95. And to be honest, I'm lucky if I get 1,000 views these days. So.
You can get to be 100,000 if you sort of whisper into the microphone, maybe. But yeah.
Oh, someone knows about Red Rock Traveler's Stead. How do you know about that?
I don't know about
That's the bar
that.
I used to be part owner of this bar.
Oh.
I think it got sold to another bar, but
yeah.
Anyway. Well, hey, good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Thank you, Chris and Oriental Pearl. Thank you both for stimulating. Honestly, I thought all talk of community was gone, and
Aaron,
you brought it back. That was the electroshock therapy that revived the horse that we did, and allowed us to continue kicking it. So thank you for that.
The juggling bum, dude. You do fluff up your boys, Chris. I'm done with his content, and you behave like a pig. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but well, drama's back.
You fluff up your boy, Chris. I'm done with this content. He behaved like a pig. He behaved like a pig for criticizing her.
Who's he talking to?
Or making sensationalist. So the new Experience Explorer, I think
he's talking to the juggling bum, whoever that is. Who's the juggling bum?
Oh, I see. Oh, someone else. Okay.
New Experience
Explorer. Maddie, I think wins the commenting contest.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't given it, if you feel like it, give us a thumbs up.
Support the channel.
We do this for fun, so yeah.
We do. And honestly, I sincerely I appreciate Chris putting himself out there and the fact it sparked all of this. And it's not really, it's all, I don't think it's mean spirited or anything. It's actually it's a nice way. And we discovered these people, so let's keep that going.
Yeah, let's discover more people. Maybe we should try to get some of these people on. I don't know how to contact anyone anymore though.
I don't know if they'd ever contact us back anymore, but it'd be kind of cool if we could get it going again. That we'd be a place that features Japan. Hell, I might even start watching Japan videos again. As I stopped watching, honestly. So
me too.
Yeah, why not? I should check her out.
Me too.
Check out her channel. I will check out her channel.
I'm watching Alien Earth right now on Disney. So.
Oh yeah. Well, we all have priorities.
And of course, Peacemaker. Oh man, I love Peacemaker.
I have not watched that. I should watch that now.
So funny. It's hilarious.
Okay,
it's my favorite show. It's already over, but anyway. All right, we gotta go. But thanks, guys. We will see you soon. Next video will probably be on Hikosaemon's channel.
Most likely. Yeah.
Good night.
Have a good one, and boom.
Peace out. End stream. There we go. Okay.